Welcome, Traveler, to your perfect minion starter. Simply flying through the campaign using your warriors, mages, golem, and also exploding zombies that then cast Infernal Shades on your enemies for even more damage. Is this your first time or are you returning to Last Epoch? No worries, I'll break it down for you from level 1 to 60, right into the end game and then even deeper. To explain how we're playing, we got 7 archers already, 4 pyromancers, and 1 big golem. Then we pretty much just teleport forward through things and summon our exploding volatile zombies on right click, which jump down our enemy's throat as we keep teleporting forward. If my zombies die or as my zombies die, that does heal me, so I can just dodge into things, take damage, but due to the healing of the zombies, I'll instantly regain things. And then against more elite enemies or bosses, I just stand there, spam them, get healed, get ward, keep zooming, transplanting my way through the enemies, and if ever one of my minions should die, which they don't do, I can just resummon them mid-combat with the tons of mana and intelligence we're having. Best part, all my exploding zombies, they do put the Infernal Shade on our enemies to have then a surrounding fire damage happening. Amazing. And this just allows me to keep zooming without ever worrying about dying. I think I died one single time so far because I was looking at the chat and otherwise just zooming through without a single hassle. At level 1, you won't have all these skills though, because here you begin with Rip Blood, Marrow Shards, Bone Curse, and you'll get the Summon Skeleton on top. And the first skill we're specializing into are our skeletons. The planner's in the description below, so you can just move the bar back. And the important part with the first points will be getting a bonus skeleton. And then we're going to replace all our skeletons for skeletal archers. We don't want any warriors anymore. We just want to have those archers. Since after putting your first 10 points into the passive tree, you're going to get your bone golem as your super tank. And we're getting here a bunch of intelligence in the beginning to have more mana and also some damage for our minions. Your skill bar in the beginning will be rocking the Hungering Souls. Together with the golem, you get the summoned skeletons. You also have the Bone Curse, which is amazing because you curse your targets and when they get hit, they take bonus damage, which you then follow up with your beautiful skulls. And until you get the Transplant, you also have the Wandering Spirits as a bonus area damage. This is essentially your starter kit going in. Having a bunch of archers that are shooting over your golem while you're just sending it forward. And you're pretty much a curse bot because if you curse the enemy and then Hungering Souls, your enemies are taking tons of bonus damage. They get hit. Just make sure to keep the curse up to speed up your progress. Now you get your skeleton specialized already and you're going to unlock the second slot before you have your golem. That slot is for that time, then going to take the Hungering Souls. And here I recommend just simply pumping more necrotic damage per hit. This will just have you zoom faster through your enemies with a curse, then Hungering Souls, and also having your minions just clap away. As soon as you get the golem though, you can then kick out the Hungering Souls because now it's time to juice up that golem. And the most important thing you're going to aim for here in the beginning is just making your way down to the bonus threat generation and to make him bigger if he's your only golem around. Then you're going to pick up more points into the armor and move down here into the bladed fist. Afterwards, we boost the Tower of Bones because that's going to have him create more threat. Yep, he's going to pull everyone away from you, and we flash out the other skills afterwards to just make him move faster, have more health, have more armor. But you really want that threat generation up, that you're not taking the bonus hits, that you can like zoom through. You're going to use the Hungering Souls until you finally get your Volatile Zombies. And Volatile Zombies are so cool because they're actually a core skill for minion gameplay. You're not throwing bone spears anymore or stuff like that, right? You're finally summoning zombies, they walk in and explode. And obviously we want them to jump down the enemy's throat. And that's why your first points are going to the right side. We're going to get them more damage and movement speed, and then we're going to have them leap at the opponents, making them more agile. Add more points for cost efficiency, that they cost less to summon and you can spam them more. And then we're going to have them stun, do more damage to rare enemies, and then they have a kill threshold. So if an enemy only has 16% life left, he'll just die. Boom. Super execute move is amazing. Down here, we can now move into the explosion area increase. Then parts of their health actually heals us. That's crazy. The more health they have, the more heal we get. And right now, I was really lucky to pick up a helm with already 252% increased minion health. Boy, my zombies, they're just getting me up there like no tomorrow. And with all the mana regen I have, I can just hold down my summon zombie button and yeah, I'm actually not losing mana. Right? Just go for more and heal and heal and heal. The most important skill is at the very bottom right, and that is here, Effigy of Combustion. Effigy of Combustion gives the zombies a chance to summon Infernal Shades on death. Infernal Shades are burning shades that are being summoned on the opponent, and they do a surrounding fire damage. They're amazing. They're going to be so much damage, but you get them for free. Oh, actually, you pay the mana cost for it, but you get them the whole time. Now you might wonder, where are my mages? Why don't I have them yet? That's simply because we have to put more passive points before we're ever able to actually pick up the mages. And after now putting 20 points into this tree, you will choose the Necromancer as your mastery, but we're not putting the points into Necromancer for the Skeletal Mages, no. First, we're going to go over to the side of the Warlock. And the reason for that is because we have a very amazing skill here, Chaos Flames. You deal increased fire damage and have a chance to ignite on hit with fire skills, and you deal increased necrotic damage and have a chance to inflict damned on hit with necrotic skills. This applies to your minions too. Now you're consistently just igniting your enemies with what your lads are doing. Because we made our warriors into archers, and we only summon archers, but now our archers gain fire arrows, and they're shooting even more fire arrows. Haha. Then with 5 points into Occultist Minds, you're getting more intelligence, and you get additional mana per intelligence points to really never struggle with that mana. And then we're going to put our points starting into the Necromancer tree and slowly move that forward, that you can then all the way go for that bonus skeleton on the side. And you also get your skeleton mages, which you then at level 35 wizard can specialize into. And with the Infernal Mages, it's really important to reach the Pyromancers because we want to do more fire damage. We want to ignite more. That's what we're doing. Before we do that, though, we need to choose other points first, and that is the 8 here on top. It would be for extra projectiles, that they boost out a lot of projectiles, and more attack speed and cast speed. Then we're going to go on the bottom, 2 points in, 1 point in, 1 and 1. That means we get the base crit chance, we get more crit multipliers, we have the Pyromancers to the fray, and now they do the beautiful ignite. And mages have an increased health, but regular skeleton mages are removed from the summon pool of skeleton mages. So we're only getting the Pyromancers right now with the Inferno. Then down here, we can get a bonus skeletal mage to then really flash it out with even more crit chance and movement speed. Fantastic. While you're leveling, it's important to look out for things like minion spell and bow damage, or minion melee and bow damage, minion melee and spell damage. You want to get the minion health if you can. You want to get minion damage as intrinsics and actual also suffixes, prefixes. I get a Phantom Grip, which gives you +1 to all minion skills, so we just simply have one more level. It's not meant for this build, but it doesn't hurt to have. On the other hand, I have a Fun of the Erased, which gives me tons of mana regeneration. It works because it's also 10% more life. But here again, minion damage, minion health, movement speed on the boots, and then some even more mana regen that I really have mana health regen that I just stay up there. And for my idols, I mostly have been trying to weasel out these elemental resistance idols, as that gave me very nice values already and put me up. Like I got cold, I got physical, some up point. I feel nice. I don't die. I am very well off. For damages, the minion fire damage does good because all my minions do fire damage. Now you're going to finish up the Necromancer tree, get your points into the Unearthed Arms for more physical damage, bow physical damage, increased minion physical damage, and also for the Dark Retribution. Whenever one of your minions dies, you would summon a Vanguard. That then moves over to the Lich board, because in the Lich board, again, we're getting more intelligence and more mana regeneration, which is great. And then 2 points into Harvested Legion. Whenever you kill an enemy, you have a chance to summon a Skeletal Vanguard from its corpse. You can have 3 of them active, and you'll just have even more minions running around with you. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's already you in the end game. And with level 50, you can finally tack into the Infernal Shade. Because right now, the Infernal Shade has just been traipsing along with you, has been having a good time. You've been transplanting over the screen, teleporting forward, flying through your enemies. Your zombies are already putting them on the enemies. And now we're going to make it go bonkers. And with this, we first go for the Blaze Shade. So now your Infernal Shade can also be a Blaze Shade that does more damage and more area of effect. Then that Blaze Shade has a reduced duration. Sounds bad, but he does even more damage. Now, the reduced duration is not a problem. We'll boost the area of effect, and we do boost the area even more. Then we go for the cost efficiency down. And next up, we make it even more damage and even less duration. Again, less duration. Well, why would we reduce the duration? That's simple, because you're getting the combustion. When Infernal Shade expires, there's a large explosion which deals fire damage to nearby enemies. Interesting. The point being here that you can only have one Infernal Shade per enemy. So if you're fighting a boss, you'd rather have very short-lasting Infernal Shades that we keep continuously summoning because of our volatile zombies over and over again, that then combust, 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 combust. And we can increase that explosion damage and area, plus give it a critical chance with even more reduced duration to have them just continuously erupt. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Easy as cake, flying through the campaign, not facing any troubles. The good thing is you can just enter into the endgame with this and keep playing into the endgame. You don't actually have to change the build. But there is, for example, the Golemancer or the Wraithlord as two potential options to go even further. For this, we'll have to go, though, into the Circle of Fortune to then try to target farm the Wraithlord's Helmet or the Golemancer. If you want to look at the two builds to then go into or keep playing what you're actually doing, here's already 2 videos from the old league. They haven't changed functionally, but we'll do an update as soon as we have leveled the character further. Enjoy, have a good time.